Hey, good Monday afternoon, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. I'm Nick Oresco. We begin with a weather alert. We could see some strong to severe storms this evening. Let's bring in 22 News from team meteorologist Alexa Bianco.
Good afternoon. Yes, we are already hearing them. We can hear them above the studio, but taking a look at traffic right now, things are moving along pretty well, except if you're going west to Holyoke up 91. A little bit of a bumper up here. However, weather conditions probably are going to slow down in the next half hour or so just because we are in a flood watch. Taking a look in Berkshire County as well as the Pioneer Valley, we're seeing a flood watch. We're watching it for tonight. We're seeing lots of severe thunderstorms that we're also going to track coming up later on. But taking a look at Westfield right now, we're seeing low clouds. You can see a little bit of the rain coming down too by the camera. Those are pretty dark, heavy clouds. So that's going to continue the next couple hours. Temperatures right now is 74 in Northampton, 82 in Springfield, 79 in Westfield, and 79 Orange. So still pretty warm out there. We're in the lower 80s to upper 70s as well. Taking a look at the clouds and radar, you can see those storms rolling in. Springfield, that red, that's where you see those thunderstorms out there. We can already hear them above the studio, and we do see some more on the way. They're not going away anytime soon. We're tracking the rest coming up.
9 people are dead after a fire at an assisted living facility in southeastern Massachusetts. Firefighters were called to the Gabriel House in Fall River around 9:30 last night. Fall River's fire chief said every single firefighter in the city was called in to help. More than 30 people were taken to the hospital, where at least one of those victims is in critical condition. 5 firefighters were also injured, but they have been released from the hospital. The investigation into the cause and origin of the fire is still in its very early stages. Springfield police arrested an armed carjacking suspect after he allegedly crashed into 2 homes over the weekend. 18-year-old Melanchi Williams of Springfield is facing more than a dozen charges in connection with the incident that took place Saturday night. Williams is alleged to have carjacked a vehicle at gunpoint near the intersection of Elliott and Salem Street at around 8 p.m. 3.5 hours later, that same vehicle crashed into a home on Eastern Avenue. Officers arrested Williams at the crash site. Springfield Police spokesman Ryan Walsh told 22 News they also recovered a large capacity ghost gun from the vehicle. Memorial services will be held this week for Eric Tarpinian Jacom, the Granby man who was shot and killed while interning in Washington, D.C. Calling hours will be held this Wednesday from 4 to 8 p.m. in East Longmeadow. A funeral mass will be held the following morning at 11 o'clock at St. Cecilia Church on Main Street in Wilbraham. Tarpinian Jacom was a rising senior studying politics and finance at UMass Amherst. He was interning for Kansas Representative Ron Estes when he was killed. Police are offering a $40,000 reward for information leading to an arrest in his death. Meantime, President Trump says he'll punish Russia with tariffs if there isn't a deal to end the war in Ukraine within 50 days. The president made the announcement today during an Oval Office meeting with the NATO Secretary General. The announcement comes after a recent escalation in the war. A UN report released last week found Russia launched more aerial attacks in June than in any other month so far in this war, causing the highest number of civilians killed or wounded since the conflict broke out more than 3 years ago. Weather alert continues for this evening, and it looks like we could get some heavy rain for those who do see a storm.
Yes, you want to watch those severe thunderstorms out there. We're also watching this flood watch right now. You can see Berkshire County, Pioneer Valley. We're seeing lots of flood watch going over here for the rest of the evening, and we want to keep out for those thunderstorms, especially because it can get intense pretty quickly. Temperatures right now 79 in Westfield, 81 in Springfield, 79 in Orange, and 83 in Pittsfield, so still pretty warm out there. That moisture is also going to help fuel those storms. You can take a look at the clouds and radar. We're seeing those storms rolling in. They're pretty scattered, but they're not going away anytime soon. You can see coming through upstate New York as well. It's going to be lingering for the rest of the evening. We're taking a look at the skycast. You can see here where Westfield, Springfield have your downpours, Greenfield, Orange. They're all rolling in, but there's a certain time frame you want to watch out for, especially around 6 o'clock. These deeper, darker reds, this is where it can get really tricky. You want to watch out for this area. Be inside around this time frame. Heavy downpours, lightning, thunder, you name it, it's going to be there around this time frame, so just be careful of that. And it's going to get pretty intense. You want to watch out for those areas going in, and we'll keep tracking it for you coming up.
The Starbucks secret menu is no longer secret. The coffee chain is making it easier for rewards members to find new drink hacks with a tab on its app. Starbucks is also holding a contest where customers can submit their best customized beverage this week. The drinks will be voted on, with finalists receiving cash prizes, including $25,000 to the winner. You can start building your drink in the Starbucks app now. Sesame Workshop is working to regain control of Elmo's X account after a hacker posted racist and anti-Semitic messages. A spokesperson confirmed that the account was compromised over the weekend. The posts were quickly deleted. Elmo's account, with 650,000 followers, has been a platform for mental health awareness. Last year, it gained attention when Elmo asked followers how they were doing, prompting responses from figures like then-President Joe Biden and Chance the Rapper. Nothing gets people shopping like a good sale, and Amazon proving that during its annual Prime Day event last week, which saw record numbers. The online retailer saying that 2025 was the biggest Prime Day ever, with more than $24 billion in estimated sales. Prime Day lasted 4 days this year for the first time, with more items sold than ever before. The most common purchases including kids apparel, home security products, and school supplies. Tonight on 22 News, starting at 5 o'clock, we have continuing coverage tonight on the tragedy in Fall River, where 9 people are dead after a fire in an assisted living facility. Tonight, we're speaking with the Springfield's fire commissioner about how firefighters train for these types of scenarios. Plus, there are 2 new strains of COVID making the rounds this summer. We'll take a closer look at what to watch out for. And Longmeadow residents are getting new recycling bins. What this means for your trash collection. Alexa.
Yes, we're taking a look at the traffic watch one more time. So things are moving along pretty swiftly, but we do have those rain showers currently going on, which could slow things down the next hour or so, half an hour to an hour or so. And taking a look, we also are in a flood watch at the moment. So you can see that it's going to be pretty wet the next couple of hours. We're watching for severe thunderstorms, and we're all tracking it at 5 o'clock, 22 News.
And we have updates anytime at wwlp.com, the free 22 News app, and the 22 News Plus app, where you can watch our newscasts live and for free. We'll see you tonight starting at 5.